Just what does a university press do to celebrate its 75th anniversary? Well, the University of Pittsburgh Press decided to publish the Pittsburgh Reader. The book excerpts books about our region published by the press over the past 75 years. Everything from the French and Indian War to the birth of the steel industry, the first Renaissance, and more. Best of all, the entire book is downloadable online for free. Cynthia Miller is director of the University of Pittsburgh Press, and welcome. Good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And I understand you personally read the 75 plus books over the past, published over the last 75 years?
I did. Those and more, actually. This is a representative selection. Many of the books that have been published since I've been here at the press, of course, I had read, in many stages as they were going through editorial and production. But it gave me the opportunity to go back and read, a wide selection of the books that were published before I came to the press, and it was wonderful. It was one of the most fun things I've done.
How'd the idea come about in the first place?
I was thinking as we were working on Pittsburgh 250 that the press was originally founded to publish a series of books about Western Pennsylvania. And I thought, well, there should be some way to showcase all that the press has done about the region over the years. And the idea of just doing short excerpts, it's a long time publishing tradition. Commercial publishers do it for book buyers for their new novels for the next season, for instance. And it just seemed like a very easy and fun and interesting thing to do, and people seem to like it.
It's cool. It's a lot of fun and nice little bite-sized pieces. No matter what part of the history it is, it's very approachable. So how many books about Pittsburgh do you think the press has actually published over the last 75
years? I think I should have done a complete count, but I think it's probably somewhere around 150 to 170.
Okay, and how many of them did you put in the Pittsburgh Reader?
There's one for every year, so 75, and then the Falling Water Cookbook thrown in as a little extra at the end.
You got recipes
so
as well in there?
We got recipes in there as well.
Got it all. Well, as you went back and you did this review, anything really strike you about just that review?
Well, it was fun because there's so many fascinating stories about Pittsburgh. I mean, I'm sure every region has its own, obviously every region has its own history and interesting story, but Pittsburgh has been such a key part of the country from the French and Indian War, and had so many interesting and important people live here, from here, come through here, from George Washington to Dick Thornburg. I mean, you just have a wide array of stories and people that I think are fascinating.
All the books that are in the book, are they still available and in print?
Yes, they are all still in print.
Wow.
They're all available at local booksellers, including Pitt's own book center.
Very cool. And I know you printed up copies of this book, but it's available for free online as well?
Yes, it's available for free. You can download it from our website at the University Press, and you can also pick up a printed copy for free at Pitt's Book Center.
Really?
We're giving them away in celebration of our anniversary.
The book center right there on Fifth Avenue,
on Fifth
right?
Avenue,
yeah, right,
exactly.
Right across the street from Soldiers and Sailors. Really cool. This downloadable business, is this the wave of the future? I thought we weren't going to have any books anymore, right? We've got our PDAs, we've got our iPads, all the rest of it. Isn't this a little bit of an anachronism?
Well, one of the things that we're finding is that there are people who still prefer to read their books on paper, and there are people who love their little gadgets and like to download things and read them electronically. And what we've been trying to do is make as many of our books available in a variety of formats as possible. So whatever you prefer, we're trying to make it available in that format.
I was down at the book center not long ago. You've got an amazing new machine there. You can literally do a book to order pretty much and print it there.
Yeah, the Expresso book machine.
Expresso book machine. Okay,
yes. No coffee, just printed books. It will do a paperback, 300-page paperback book in about 5 minutes. It's perfect
binding and everything?
Binding, 4-color cover. There are about 50 of them around North America now. It's kind of a new industry, and Pitt was one of the first universities to get one in the United States, so we're real fortunate.
So long as what? The book is digitized somewhere?
The book has to be digitized someplace, but the On-Demand Books, the company that actually makes the Expresso book machine, has agreements with several large aggregators of digital content, Lightning Binding Source in Tennessee, the Open Access Alliance out in California, as well as individual agreements with particular publishers, such as the University of Pittsburgh Press. We have about 700 books in their database, and so there are now, you know, 4 or 5 million books available on the machine.
So wow, so yeah, the whole idea of a book being out of print becomes meaningless when you can print them on demand.
I think that's right.
So who are the big users for this technology?
Well, right now it's mainly on college campuses. There are quite a few in university libraries, and there are quite a few that are in the university bookstore. There's one at the World Bank in DC, and there's one at the New Orleans Public Library, so they're in different places. But I saw, when I first heard about it, I saw it as an opportunity to make our scholarly, very specialized books that usually aren't carried on the shelf in a bookstore because they do have a very specialized audience. Make these available on campus in printed form if that's what people wanted, without having to order it and wait for it to be shipped in. You can walk in and, you know, walk out with the book just like it was there on the shelf.
Very cool. The brave new world of publishing being pioneered right here in our region by the University of Pittsburgh Press. They should stop by and check out the Expresso machine, pick up a free copy of the Pittsburgh Reader, and if you can't get to Oakland, just download it and read it online.
Absolutely.
Cynthia Miller, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And next up, sustainability. It's gone from a buzzword to good business. Stay with us.